Now I'm over at my embroidery machine and I'm going to stitch out a couple of versions of today's freebie. Now if you've looked at this, you'll see that it's a scroll and it's very similar to some of the scrolls that were originally in the Crystal Stars collection. But as you may have noticed, that I've worked on them and made them a little bit more intricate than I did when these designs were first released. So let's go over to the machine and stitch out the third daily freebie. Here I am at my embroidery machine, and as you can see, I've loaded up the design on the screen. I have my 120 by 120 hoop, and I have one layer of quality stitch and tear and another layer just sitting on the top, and that's held in place with temporary adhesive, as is my very pale blue silk dupion. I'm going to stitch this out twice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the embroidery design and duplicate it, and then take that one up. Whoops, I always do that. Stop it. There we are. Right, now we have two versions of the design, and I'm going to press go. I'm not going to sort the colours because I'm going to do the second stitch out in slightly different colours just to show you something. Right. I'm going to turn that off. Right, so I'm going to load this onto the embroidery machine. And I have to call up the colours because I've forgotten what goes first. Oh, it's the gold, and I've used this quite a rich gold for the little silhouette of the leaves. My theory is that if you're going to use darker threads, it's best to use them for smaller items in your embroidery rather than the big items. And before we stitch out, we are going to do a box of stitches around, and then that will fix the two layers of stitch and tear and the fabric in place. Now when you do a box, you have the choice of whether it goes round the design or whether it goes round the inside of the hoop, and you can, if you're really concerned, you can do both. I'm just going to go around the actual design. That's our outline done, and so we can do the two little sprigs of running stitches. Right, that was 1159, a sulky rayon thread. Temple Gold, I think it's called. Right, we're now putting on Tawny Tan, which is a nice, rich, but not dark gold. And as you can see, when I have my GoPro on the machine here, it's just a little bit difficult to thread everything up. Now we're going to do the basis of the scrolls. original scrolls in Crystal Stars were just plain scrolls like that, but now I've learned the technique of blending colours. I'm going to add this very pale turquoise to it, and it gives that sort of patina look that you get on metal roofs and when metal's been sat for a long time. I hope I'm saying it correctly. So I've blended in a little bit of this pastel jade for doing this. There we are, you can see that now, and we're just going to put a little bit of stem stitch around the scrolls to neaten them off. You don't have to do this stage if you don't want to, just like you don't have to do the shading. Who's doing that? I'm sure I'm not the only one who starts up the machine and doesn't press the threader. Just take that back to the beginning. We're going to do a second one of these, and as you can see, these two tiny little scrolls, when you put them side by side, they make a lovely heart. And in this collection of designs, I mean, the designs that you are downloading, the daily freebies, will be the first set in a collection. I'm not going to call it Crystal Stars. I'm giving you the opportunity to, as you see the designs develop, it would be lovely if members could submit some ideas of what they think it should be called. So we're back to the sprigs. Now, I'm just going to do them in the same gold. You can do them in a lighter shade, but remember they won't stand out so much. So and of course it also depends on what fabric you're using. So we're going to stitch the scrolls again. And obviously if you were using these designs for something like some bridal wear or something a little bit more heirloom, and you didn't want such bright colours, little shades of greys and silvers and off-whites would look beautiful. Trying to decide what colour to do the, I don't want to go with the green, I want to go to a slightly darker gold. So I'm just looking at my golds up here and seeing which to go for. Now that's I'm sure I'm not the only person who looks at all their design, at all their colours and thinks, I haven't got enough colours. Now I'm going to do it subtly with this one here, which is Sulky Rayon 1818. The Sulky Rayon labels come off. Oh yes, 1819 I think I've written on the side. So let's see how these look with a slightly different shading. Very subtle indeed. And it may be not what you've got in mind, but I think you'll have fun experimenting with your choice of colours for these scrolls. And obviously the colour you choose will be determined by what colours you use for the other elements and also what colour your fabric is. Right, that's the design stitched out, and as you can see they're quite different, and as it was stitching out, I just want to get rid of that thread. Oh, I haven't got a pair of scissors here. Something to mention, you obviously could use the same colour thread for the outside as you did for the second blended. And you could actually do the little sprigs in that colour. So there are lots of options, and I encourage you to experiment with colour. It can be great fun. And if you've got big designs, then it's sometimes good just to take a few elements and play with the colours for that. But I'm really pleased with both of those. I mean, I know which one I prefer. I just love the one with the pastel jade on it. But I would say, I'll take that away from the camera. I hope that you can see this. I didn't check the position. I just like that that turquoise colour, and it goes nicely with the other colours in the collection. I'm not so sure about doing that blending with metallic thread. I've not tried that, but perhaps somebody will and send me their results. So thank you for watching, and until I share the details of another daily freebie with you, make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, and if you click the little bell down the bottom there, it means that you'll be notified every time I create a new video during the birthday event and after. And I'd love you to leave a like and lots of comments and tell me what you think of these little scrolls. So until next time, bye for now.